Hi, this is Carrie, Christ-centered counselor and life coach with Promised Coaching, and I want to talk about becoming desensitized to narcissistic abuse and just how dangerous that can be. So what happens over time when we're in a narcissistic relationship is that we become used to the way that we're being treated day in and day out. And we end up becoming desensitized to their behavior and the mistreatment. And the danger in this is really scary because as the relationship goes on, we become more and more desensitized. And this can put us in a really dangerous position where we don't realize just how dangerous the situation is becoming because of the desensitization. So I want to bring some awareness to this because I think it's really important for women, especially women who are getting into new relationships and aren't sure if the person that they're with could be a narcissist. Also, this is something to bring awareness to for those who have been in narcissistic relationships for a long period of time, and the abuse is gradually getting worse. And the abuse always gets worse. I don't care if you've been in the relationship or the marriage for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. Even at 30 years, the abuse will continue to get worse. And in fact, that's why a lot of women finally end up waking up, because the abuse has progressed to such a dangerous place for their health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, that they finally realize that there, first of all, is not going to be an end to it. And secondly, that there will be tragic consequences to staying in the relationship or the marriage any longer. So this is what I want you to do. If you are in a narcissistic relationship with a narcissistic abuser, I want you to sit down and write down some of the behaviors and patterns that you're seeing with the abuser. I want you to normalize becoming in touch with what is happening, with the behavior in connection with how it's affecting you. So I want you to become more aware and used to being present in what you're experiencing in real time with the abuse that's going on, because this will enable you to be able to put things into perspective where you are acknowledging the reality of the situation. Because what happens a lot of times is that we are being gaslit and kept in this constant state of turmoil, chaos, and confusion, because that is where the abuser wants you to be. That is where he has power and control in the relationship and over you, is by manipulating and doing whatever he can to keep control over your mind and your thoughts and your feelings. So when we can in real time feel the experience that's happening rather than disassociating from it, then we're able to function healthier in the relationship, actually, by setting healthy boundaries for ourselves and doing what we need to do in order to maintain a safe space for ourselves in the best possible way that we can. So this will start with you really being present in what you're experiencing. And something that really helped me was, like, if I saw my ex-husband yelling at me and calling me names in the mirror, I would watch him through the mirror rather than looking at him directly, because it almost helped me to see it from like a third person perspective. Another thing that was helpful for me was actually recording him. And this was so I could play it back to myself later on and go, wow, I did not even realize how bad this was. I knew it felt bad in the moment, but I couldn't remember all the things that he was saying to me, all the hurtful, degrading, awful things that he was saying in the moment, because I was so overwhelmed by emotion and fear. And so then when I was able to play it back to myself, I could clearly hear the way that he was talking to me, the things that he was saying to me, and just how bad it really was. So there's a couple of things that you can do that will help you with that. I don't want you to put yourself in danger. Don't want to put yourself in a situation where it could cause him to escalate in the abusive behavior. So I'm not encouraging you to do anything like that. But if you're able to, in the safest way possible, discreetly record him so that way you can play it back to yourself. It's not for him. The recording is not for him to listen to. Maybe in a counselor's office, maybe in a safe place, but this is for you to go back to later so that you can listen and hear what's really going on after the fact. And these are just a couple of things that you can do so that way you can prevent that desensitization. You want to stay present in what's going on because the abuser wants your reality to be distorted and you to be in a constant state of confusion and self-doubt and guessing yourself. It's crucial for you to take necessary measures so that way you are in touch with reality, with the situation, and able to make conscious, safe, and healthy decisions moving forward for you and your future. I hope this helps. And if you like my videos, please hit like and subscribe to my channel. And I would love to hear from you. So please feel free to comment. Take care.